Yes, today's agenda is arithmetic operators, comparison operators, and null operators and logical operators. So, if you observe PPT, there will be two operators only. Mm, So, see here, if you observe this SQL operators in PPT, you can able to see only two types of operators, but I categorize for more understanding. So I just categorized into four types of operators. So here arithmetic operators are nothing but plus, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus. And in comparison operators, we majorly discuss. We are going to discuss like greater than or equal to, greater than, less than or equal to, not equal to, equal to. This kind of operators we are going to cover in this. In null operators, why I categorize this is specifically like here we are going to discuss only null operators like is null, if null, not null, and equals. In logical operators we are going to discuss and or not, between like, not like, and in, not in. There are here there are a couple of there are more than this, like in, uh, like any, all, and exists. So these are there, but here I'm not going to discuss these concepts. Why? Because when we are working on subqueries, I will let you know these concepts. Okay. For now, we'll discuss these concepts. So let's start with arithmetic operators. Guys, are you able to see this screen? And is this font size? I mean, this font size is enough. Let me open a window. Just 1 second. Can someone confirm, like, if you are using mobile, can you please confirm? Is this font size is enough for you?
Yes, brother.
Yeah.
Sir, it's enough.
Okay.
It's been
Yeah. Thanks for the confirmation. So we'll see the results table once, and not results, details table, and so if you observe the results, we have see here. Select month, total orders, gross sales, discounts, and returns, net sales. So we'll find first edition. We'll see edition. So just in addition, what we will do is if you perform addition operation, so the data will be added, and we will get the results. I mean, some of those results. So in this case, I'm going to do. I'm going to select. mm, So if you see 10 plus 5, so if we pass like this, if we run this, the result will be 10. We can rename it as, so we are getting the result. And you want, if you see this is how, this is how we can use addition operator and subtraction operator. One minute, guys. Okay, so we'll perform this addition operator on top of the columns, on top of the returns and net sales. So then we can get the gross sales, right? So we'll do that. Select. So what our intention is to get the gross sales. So to do that, we need to add the net sales and returns, right? So this is how we need to use the columns. This is how we need to represent the columns while using addition operator. So if you run this, so the gross sales will be is are written. Okay, so let me get the actual gross sales. Sorry guys. So if you observe here, this is the these are the gross sales we got by the addition of net sales and returns. And this is the gross sales. This is the difference. 2, 3. I think there is some difference in between these two records, but we'll skip this part. There is no make sense. This is how we need to perform some operation. And if we pass gross sales here, and if we are using some subtraction operator, and we'll get the sales, right? Net sales. So if you remove the returns, from the gross sales, we are going to get the net sales, right? That is, I want to perform. So we are going to get the net sales. And next we'll perform. Like this, guys, I just want to skip these three, multiplication and the division and subtraction, because these are much sorry, these are much more similar with the syntax of when we have already see addition and subtraction, right? So the syntax is more similar. I just want you guys to go through that and check that. For now, I don't want to go with the columns. So just I will show you here. Time consistency. I just want to skip those things. So if you want to perform some addition, sorry, multiplication operation, so you can do like this. So if we run this query, so we are going to get 50. In case of when you are dealing with the tables, you need to pass here, like the column name you want to multiply. Here, the column names in place of 10 and 5, you need to pass the column names that you want to multiply. And if you want to rename those columns, if you want to rename the result, you can rename the result so that the column name is going to be renamed in the name that you have given, and followed by from the table name you need to specify. Next, so in case of division, you need to use this slash forward slash. You need to use the forward slash. Okay. So if you are going with the tables, you need to pass the column name in place of 20 and 2 in with the operator slash. This is how we need to represent. And if you run this, it is going to be and the division operator is going to be performed and you will get the result. And remember one thing, guys, when you are performing division operator, the return value is going to be decimal only. The returns, whatever the value you are going to get is, that is in decimals only. The results will be in decimals. If you observe here, actually it should return 10, but it is written 10, but in decimal form. That is 10.000. It given 4 zeros after the dot. Okay. Next is anything? Yeah, modular. So if you use the modulus operator, so it is going to return the integer that is remainder of the division operator. So for example, if you perform any kind of division operator, if there is a remainder, it is going to give the remainder. So it is not going to give the remainder. It is going to give the dividend of that. I think it is wrongly mentioned here. It is going to give the dividend. If you observe, select 100, undefined. So if you observe the if we run this query, so we are going to get yeah, sorry guys, it's my bad. It is going to give the remainder only. So if you observe, if you run this, I'm giving this 24. The result is 4. So 24 is the 100 if you divide, I mean, if you pass division operator, how many times, what is the factor of 24? I mean, sorry, to get 100, how many times we need to multiply the 24? So we need to multiply 24 into 4 times. So then the result will be 96, right? So 96, 100 minus 96 will get will give 4. So that will be the remainder of this. So uh, in part of modulus, so the remainder is going to be written, and the remainder is 4, right? So we are getting the 4 value. These are the arithmetic operators, and these are the simple ones. No need to worry about this. Okay, just go ahead and practice with the column names, with the columns. But I want to suggest you guys, like you need to practice with the column names, not with the values. Next, the next concept is, before we do this, the comparison operators. In comparison operators is greater than, or equal to, less than, or equal to, not equal to. Equal to is also there. Okay, these are the 6 operators we are going to see in the in comparison operators. So for this, I'm going to use the table. So first, we'll see equal to operator. So if I want to return something, these comparison operators, majorly we are going to use in where clause or having clause as a part of our filters. Okay, these comparison operators majorly is used for filtering the data. I mean, when we are filtering the data, so these type of operators are useful. We'll see select star from details. Where year equal to 2017, sorry, 2019. So if you run this, the data will be filtered. Sorry, retail. The data will be filtered basing on this condition. So in this condition, we have passed 2019. Okay. So here the we have used the operator that is equal to. So you know, right? The equal to operators, what it do? What is the use of this equal to operator? So basically, it will give equal value. Like when we are comparing two objects, two values, it will give the
So,
comparison. Yep.
in way after where you have given the single quotes and you have mentioned the year, will the
Mhm.
query works generally after where will the single quotes you have given for a year? Will the query results the correct one or will it show an error?
No, it is working, right? It is actually not.
So we can pass single quotes also for the column name.
No, no, no. These are the not. These are not the single quotes. If you observe here, these are written. I mean, these are back single quotes.
What is
Okay.
the purpose of that, sir?
So in SQL Workbench, we need to, if you want to represent any column names, we need to represent the column names. We need to represent the column names in this way. For suppose, if you take total orders, so I'm passing single quote, normal single quotes. Then this is going to be treated as string. Okay. But if I want to specify the column name, you can see the color difference.
Till now, whatever we passed, we didn't mention any of the quotes like that. So that is the reason I got it out here.
No, no, per single value, like for discounts, we don't need to specify the single quotes. Why? Because we don't. This is a single keyword. In case of any column names which are having spaces, we need to specify that in this back tick marks with the back tick marks.
For the year previously, which you have given, it's a single word only, right? Even for single word, if we give also, it will not throw any error.
Yeah, it will not throw any error, but I don't want to pass that in that way. Why? Because here will be here is a keyword, right? Keyword of the SQL. So if you observe here, so you can see the first it is showing that year as a column COLN, and year it is showing one more function. It is showing year
Yeah.
week. It is showing one more function. So I just want to be clear that we are using column, not any function. So if you remove this, the year will be colored in blue color.
So
Got
it
it
will
right?
take as a function. It will not take as a column
Yeah.
name. That is the reason it.
No, 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 no. It will take as a column. Sorry, it will take as column only. Even though we pass like this, it is going to be treated as column. But I want to explicitly represent that as column name. Even though if you pass without quotes, it will consider and it will give the result, not a problem. Okay, we are going to get only 2019 data, but I want you to practice this kind of this manner. So whenever you are when you are using the column names, if you represent like this, it will be good, and you are not going to face any kind of errors.
It will be
That's
more
why
clear
I'm
and precise
yes, yes.
to
So
avoid
that's
any
why
error.
I'm showing, yeah, that's why I'm showing that in such a way without hard coding the value directly.
Got it, sir.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
thank you. So we'll see the greater than, select star from retails, where total orders greater than 70, give 100. So if you run this query, we are going to get the results where the total order is greater than 100. So if you observe the total orders, these are the orders which are greater than 100. And we'll see pass less than 300. We'll fix, we'll limit the rows. So if you observe here, I have passed limit, I have passed the less than operator. So here, as part of this query, we are going to get the results which are greater than, which are less than 70. So if you observe the total orders, these are the values less than 70. This is how it works, and so we'll see greater than or equal to. So in this, as part of this query, greater than or equal to 300. So we are going to get the results where the value is total orders value is greater than 300 or equal to 300. So in this case, this is only the value which is greater than 300. So that's the reason we got this. And here, I just want to pass 60. So if you pass here in less than or equal to, so here it is going to return the values which are greater than, which are less than 60 or equal to 60. So see here, it given less than value, that is 56, and the equal value, that is 60. This how comparison operators works. And finally, we'll see this is not equal to. So if you observe, we are going to get the all the values except not except 60. For let me show you. Count. So if you pass this, we are going to get 36 value, right? Sorry. But if you observe this, I'm passing instead of getting the results, I'm just passing the count operation, so that we are going to get the count as part of this not equal statement. And here we got 35. Why? Because there is one value which is equal to where the total order is equal to 60. So that value is not is going to be eliminated, and we are going to get 35 records as part of this query.
Excuse me, sir.
This, yeah, please.
Sir, how to use these operators for a column having data as a data type?
I will show you that in the mm, tomorrow's or day after tomorrow's class.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Why? Because we do have some functions related to the date time, so we'll see there. Okay.
Okay, sir. Like how to apply these arithmetic operations for the date data type.
Yes, yes, we are going to see those things here. These are the list of date functions. So in this date functions, we'll see those.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
We
So
have strings also.
yeah, we have strings, we have date time functions, we have numeric functions, we have string
Uh,
functions.
Arithmetic operator can we add in strings, two strings?
Yeah, we can have that as well. We'll see, show you. 1 second. So, if you perform on top of strings, there is no subtraction operation on top of strings. So, if you pass this, we are going to get what is it? Mhm. This way, in this way, if you represent like this way, it won't work, guys. You need to give that in. You need to specify the column names here. Then it works. Won't work. Okay. So if you perform like this, it won't work. But in case of columns, it will work. But the result will be concast. The result will be. I mean, if you are using column names, the result will be like this. Basically, when you perform addition operation, it is going to just concat the values that you have passed. So in case of columns, it is going to be pass. But in this case, we don't in the table we don't have two string columns. So just for this case, we are going to skip those things when we are discussing the columns. When we are discussing the string data types, we will discuss this. So when we are discussing string functions, we'll discuss this topic. And for strings, this will work. Multiplication will work. So if you pass string here, that will get that will get multiplied by 5 times and will return. But this also happens in uh, with the column names only. Division won't be there and modulus won't be there. Only addition and multiplication will be there for strings. But I will show you that in string functions. Now you can skip. Next, null operators. In null operators video have four functions like is null, if null, not null, coalesce. So we'll see what is null. So in this part of is null, it will check in a column whether the value is null or not. And if it is null, if any value is null, it will return 1, and if the value is not null, it will return 0. So yesterday I have created one table, retail copy. So guys, if you observe this retail copy table, the first value is null, and there will be one more value. Uh, Here we have one value, one null value, and one more null value. Intentionally, I have created null values in this particular table. So this is how we these null values are formed. So I will show you how we can create the null values. So I just did update the data, retail copy, set month equal to null. I just pass null value where month equal to. So this is how I create a null values. Now if I run this command, the October will be replaced with null. So the query execution successful, and we'll go ahead and see this select star command. We observe table. So in place of October, null is get replaced. That is how we can create null values. Okay, so we'll go ahead and see the null operators first. Select is null. So first we'll see the is null function. So if you see if the condition satisfies, if the value is null, we got the 1, and if the value is if it is not null, if some value is present, we are going to get 0. And here same, like it is null value, the condition is satisfied, and we got 1, the same as here. This is how is null function works.
Can you repeat one second?
Yeah, sure. So is null function, what it will do is it will check whatever the column we have passed here, it value is null. For suppose in October is null. I mean, in place of October, we have updated as null value. So this is null, right? So it will check whether the null value is there or not. If it is, I mean, if there is null value, so in this particular null value, it is going to be given as one. And there is no null value, if it is there, for example, in case of July, there is some value like July, right? So in this case, the condition is going to be fail and we are going to get the zero.
Basically, like yes or no.
Mhm.
Basically, it's like yes or no. Right? If value is done, it
Yeah,
will be yes
exactly.
or yes.
Yes, exactly. So it will check null value is there or not. So if it is yes, it will give one. If it is not null value, it will give zero. Okay, zero and one are the results of this null values is null function. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. And null also, can you repeat?
Mm-hmm. Sorry,
Null also, can you repeat?
updating
First
the value
one
with the
means,
null value.
yeah,
So here, this is just update command. I'm not going to do. I mean, I didn't do anything like just I used the update command. Previously, we saw like wherever the null value is there, we just go ahead and update the value with some value. And also in the previous class, we have updated the zero values. So wherever the zero is there, we have updated the base. We have updated the value with the base value 10. So in the same way, what I'm doing is I'm just updating the month column where with the null value. I'm just updating the month column with the null value where the month equal to October. Like, where if it is if there is October value, then that value is going to be replaced with the null value. I'm just updating the value. For example, if you see May. In this table, you can able to see May, right? But if you run this query, May will be replaced with null value. Just this query. So see here, May in place of May, the null values get replaced, and for this null value, we got 1. Why? Because we have run the isNull function. It will check the null values are not there or not. So the null value is present. In place of May, we got 1. Got it?
yes, sir. Thank you.
Uh, will null. So if null. So if null is a function, check whether any null values are there or not. If any null value is there, it is going to replace with this name, known month name, like that. Okay. So if null function is used to replace the null values, if there any null values are present, we can replace with some distinct value we want to give the null values. So if you observe for the January, we have replaced with null. So null value is there, right? So we just it given no month name. Here also for May we have updated the May with null, right? So it gave no month name. So for October and November, no month name, no month name. This how we can replace the null values with some other value. Any doubt here? Any doubt here? If null function. Uh, if null function, the functionality of the if null and the coalesce are same. So just the keyword just the keyword is different, but the functionality is same. So the coalesce also checks whether the null value is present or not in this particular table. If there is any null value, it is going to replace the null value with the value that we have passed. So if you observe, if I run this query, we are going to get the same result. So see here, it the coalesce check the month column, and wherever the null value is present, it just replace that null value with the column name. We can remember, guys, like we can simply rename it as, while we don't need you don't need to represent like this. Okay, you can if you want, you can update the null values by using coalesce function as well. And finally, not null. So in not null function, we'll see. So not null, what it will do is it will check whether the value is not null. I mean, it will return. Sorry, guys. So the not null function. So what it will do is we have already saw that in while table creation, right? I will explain this. So if I run this query, the table is get created. As part of this query, whenever we are inserting the data, so it will not allow any null values in place of this ID. If you are trying to pass any null value, this not null function will not allow any null values. Why? Because we are strictly saying that the column should be not null. So that is the reason it won't allow any null values here while inserting the data into persons table. This is one of the use case of this not null function. So we'll see how it works in place of in place of select statement. Select star from, I'm just getting the data where the month is not null. So select star from retail copy where month is not null. So this function, what it will do is, will check the column names. It will return all the records where month call in the month column we have updated some values with the null values, right? Those null values are going to be skipped as part of this select statement, and it will return the not null values. If you observe, in the retail copy we have intentionally added null values, right? So those null values are not returned here. If you observe, no null value. This is how we can use the not null function as part of the select statement, and this use case of not null while creating a table. Yeah. So far we have discussed arithmetic operators, comparison operators, and null operators. Okay, tomorrow we'll see the logical operators. Okay, for now we can wrap up the call. Why? Because you have doubt clearing session, right? Mm. Oh, sorry guys. Today I think recording is not available. It got stopped due to some technical issue. It got stopped. Yeah, if you have any doubts, please let me know. Else we can drop off. And we'd have and I just want to tell you guys, by 9 we'd have doubt clearing session. So if you have any doubt clearing session, please attend doubt clearing session uh, and get the doubts clarified. And also somebody pinged me like they're facing issues while installing the SQL workbench in their lab. So I just want to tell you guys, like, just go ahead with the doubt clean session, and I have already informed the trainer about these uh, configurations issues as well. So please attend the doubt clean session, and he will help you out to rectify the errors. And if you have any doubts in these particular topics, so you can stay, and otherwise you can drop off. If anybody has any doubts, please ask me. I can clarify those. Yeah, SDP 14, are you saying something? Sairam.
Shairam sir.
Yeah,
Uh,
please.
only doubt now I have is while using if null function,
Mm-hmm.
we give a value to change the null value, sir.
Yes.
It won't change in the real table, we just get in the results.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, can we give that in single quotes also?
Yeah, we can give. Not a
Okay,
problem.
sir.
we have space, so we use it double quotes.
Oh, no, that is not the case. Just can you please elaborate your question? I just confused.
While giving a value to change the null value, it means
Mm-hmm.
to get a result replaced by no month name.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So we can
Can
give,
we give that in single quotes also?
yeah, we can give. What are the codes you're passing is not a problem. It is going to be considered as
It
a,
has space.
no, no, it is
Okay.
fine. If
Okay,
you
sir.
pass, if you're passing that, if you're passing that in the codes, okay, if you're passing that in the codes, a single quote or double quote, it is going to be treated as, um, it is going to be treated as string only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
In in SQL workbench, in SQL workbench, it is going to be treated as the string.
Okay.
But in case of in some other databases, the column names you need to specify that in double quotes, and the string values you need to specify that in the single quotes. Okay, and also if you want to pass, if you are not passing that any value in single quotes, then it is going to be treated as month. Then it is going to be treated. I mean, whenever we want to pass column name here, we can pass column name as well. So let's take it as here. So whenever the null value is there, it will be replaced with year column.
Okay, sir.
I forgot to explain. I forgot to tell you. I forgot to tell this. If you pass instead of value, if you want to pass any value, we can pass the call year name. I mean the column name here, where the null values are there. If the null values are there in this particular column, those null values are going to be replaced with these values which are present in this column, year column. Is it clarified?
Yes, sir. Only for the column names we use backticks, and for the string values we can use either single quotes or double quotes.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Any other doubts?
Sir,
Yeah, please.
can you once again say that
Mm-hmm.
um, to update value as in the assignment yesterday's third question? I gave all the values separately in three syntaxes. Can we use that in single syntax?
Like if possible, can you please paste the query or paste the question in the chat, or else if you are using laptop, you can share the screen. Not a problem. Sorry, guys.
Um, Sai Ramya, do you have SDP ID with you or not? And Deepika Ganta, do you have SDP ID with you? Hmm.
Sairam, sir.
Yeah, Sairam, please.
You call me, sir. 108, sir.
108 SDP ID 108.
Yes, sir. You called me now, sir.
Oh, no, no, no. I didn't call you.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Are you understanding these concepts?
Yeah, sure, sure, sir. Understood, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Guys, anything else?
Shall I share the screen?
Yeah, you can share the screen.
Sir,
Yeah,
can you see this?
I can able to see.
Sir, this one. I need to give to answer this question. I given three syntaxes separately. How can I combine this? I
Hmm.
used trying union, but it didn't work
Okay, okay, got it. You want to update the values?
in a single syntax.
Okay. Mm, 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 mm.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
please. Anand.
uh, yeah, we can discuss that if possible, if time permits, we can discuss that in the today's doubt
Yeah,
session.
sir.
Or else, yeah, we can discuss it right here, like uh, Srikanth. Yeah.
Okay, now SDP 14, are you available for the doubt clean session? If you are
Yes.
not available for the doubt clean session, I can explain here. Else, you can take it.
No, sir. I'm available for doubt clearing session. It's okay for me.
Yeah, yeah, okay,
Oh,
okay, fine.
Okay. Thank you,
yeah,
sir.
I can take that question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you all. We can wrap up the call.